All right, here we go. Aries Spears, Happy New Year. Welcome back to Vlad TV.
We ain't even hot into 2026, and here I am.
Yep, you back. You back.
By demand.
That's right. That's
I'm
right.
loving it, man. Thank you, bro. I told you, I called you or texted you when I was in the Bahamas for New Year's working. I'm telling you, man, it's weird. It's surreal. Like to this younger generation, I'm the TikTok guy.
Right.
With
the boings.
Yeah,
and all
with
that.
the boings. And it's crazy because, you know, people my age or a little bit under my age or certainly older, a little bit older than me, they know me from my body of work. You know, almost 10 years on Mad and Jerry Maguire and Shaq's All-Star Comedy Jam and all that. And it's like this new generation act like they just discovered, well, they did just discover me, but they associate that with, I just started, not knowing I'm 36 years in. But when they see me, they go, the TikTok guy. And when I was in the Bahamas, I'm walking through the casino, and there was a lot of families there over the holiday because a lot of people coming in from trying to get out of the cold East Coast. And so a lot of teenagers in the casino. And at one point, there was like a pack of them, felt like 100 of them. And a bunch of them saw me, and one dude just turned to his man. He goes, yo, nuke the whole generation. So he started quoting it, man.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
Look, if you put out quality content over and over again, year after year, eventually it'll catch up. People will notice it. As new platforms develop, it'll get on there, and quality content is quality content. I feel like that's what we create.
You see how he slickly brought that around to him?
Well, it's us.
I know.
It's us, right? It's me and you. You happen to be in front of the camera.
There you go.
You happen to be in front of the camera. I'm behind the camera. But we all play a part.
Nigga. Scottie Pippen me.
Let's go. I'm Scottie Pippen. I'll take that.
No, I was saying you Jordan.
I'm Jordan? Nah, I think you're more the Jordan. I'm the Scottie Pippen.
I'm not going to
argue
argue
with you. You're the main draw. I'm just the voice that's asking the questions and
I'm not gonna argue
triggering
with
the response.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Listen,
as much as I love MJ, you damn right.
Right. I actually had a cool New Year also.
Did you really?
My man Johnny Gill had a party at his house. That's actually a good friend of mine. We hang out all the time. And I got to meet Stevie Wonder.
Oh, how was that?
It's incredible. Stevie was performing in the living room.
Stevie will perform anywhere now. He'll perform in your bathroom. He wouldn't know the difference between the bathroom and the living room.
Cut it out, man. Cut it out. That's Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I know who it is. He's a legend.
Would you say Stevie is the most talented living musician alive right now?
Well, my depth in terms of great living musicians right now is very limited. I'm not in the swing of things like I used to be, but his iconic status is so solidified that I'd put him in any conversation.
Who would you say is more talented, Stevie Wonder or R. Kelly?
Oh, Stevie Wonder.
Really?
Yeah. Hits, man, hits.
R. Kelly got a lot of hits.
If they did a versus, it's over.
Versus Stevie Wonder versus R. Kelly.
It's over. It's over.
I don't know. I think it's a tough one.
I don't think that's tough at all. To me, Stevie's music is timeless. I don't know that everything R. Kelly did is timeless.
I don't know. People are still playing R. Kelly.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
I'm sure they do. But
the Ignition remix, that still goes.
I know, but in terms of a vocalist, a piano player, hit songs,
well,
I give that to Stevie.
I think it's a tough conversation. I think it can go either way. I can see it go either way, and I think because people just don't like R. Kelly right now.
No, I think a lot of people still love R. Kelly. The music, the artist. Listen, when you go munching out the back of the ass of a 14-year-old, you're gonna lose some points.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Take you down a couple notches.
No
more Hall of Fame nominations.
Yeah. At least if Stevie did it, Stevie's blind. He could say it was an accident. He just found himself in some ass. Depending on where the booty is.
Well, a lot going on right now, but I think the biggest news is the Venezuelan President Maduro was captured and arrested by the U.S.
Listen.
And is now in New York awaiting trial.
Again, politics is not my forte. I just know that you could probably chalk this up on more gangster shit that Trump has done. We about to go to war with everybody. Donald Trump about to be Tony Montana balcony scene shooting at 1,000 Colombians.
You know what they're saying is that Maduro used to do these like dance videos, like mocking Trump, kind of dancing like him.
Yeah.
And I guess this last dance video was the final straw for Trump. That's what the New York Times is actually reporting.
I don't disbelieve it, because they say the whole reason why Trump decided to run for president was because at the inauguration dinner, the way Obama clowned him.
Yeah.
And of course, when they cut to everybody else, they're dying. They cut to him, he's stone faced, like, all right. So, listen, I know that based on the Constitution, it could never happen. But with Trump, I don't put anything past anything. So when he goes, I want to run again for a third term, I hope he does. Because that means Obama can. And there would be nothing more of a heavyweight fight in terms of contrasting styles than Obama versus Trump. That would be some pay-per-view shit. And I say in my joke, I talk about how I go, we kind of knew Trump was going to be president after the botched murder attempt. And now that he's become president again, he should change his slogan from Make America Great Again to The Empire Strikes Back. And then if him and Obama could both run again for a third, that to me would be Return of the Jedi. If Obama won. Return of the Jedi, baby. Come home.
Who do you think would win, though?
I want to say Obama, because people hate Trump so much, but the thing that I think could make Obama lose is black people, especially black men, because so many black men would not look out for their own. So many black men love to say Obama didn't do shit for black people, which to the contrary, he did. But that's a whole nother deeper thing. But I think it would be a sad state of affairs that we have a chance to have and that would be historical, a black president, first black president to get a third term. And the reason why that don't happen is because of us. But that's black folks, no unity.
Well, this is not the first time the U.S. has captured a foreign leader.
They say he's a dictator, right? Was he a dictator?
Yeah, they're saying he's a dictator. They say that he basically faked the election, that the election was actually lost, but that he, said that he won it. And
the same shit Trump does.
Yeah, kind of. They said he's running drugs, into America and so forth. But if you remember, in 2003, the U.S. captured Saddam Hussein out of Iraq, put him on trial, executed him.
To which there was never any weapons of mass destruction.
No weapons of mass destruction. So the whole premise of the attack was bullshit. And then in 1990, this is all stuff that we could remember because it's in our lifetime, Manuel Noriega from Panama.
Yeah.
They didn't execute him, but they locked him up pretty much for the rest of his life. I think he passed away at this point. We
could have locked up everybody except who need to be locked up.
Yeah.
Our own president.
Well, what's crazy is that I just did an interview with Tekashi over the weekend, and
Y'all stole that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all stole it. Y'all stole it.
Well, did you see this?
That's the best I could do.
Oh, hold on. Did you see this right here?
Stole that shit. That's what I do, nigga.
Oh, with
fuck, nigga, I stole that shit. And I stole it. Like, bro, but niggas don't understand. I talk facts. Vlad, I talk facts.
Oh, you're right.
Man, this AI shit is scary.
The fact that they could turn President Trump into Tekashi.
Man, they could do anything with anything now.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. And when you look at it, you can't even really...
Yo, it's bananas. It's really spooky.
Yeah.
It's on some Mission Impossible shit.
Yeah. Well, Tekashi is actually back in prison right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, and he's actually going to be locked up with Maduro.
For what?
Probation violation. He's doing 3 months.
Was he somewhere he wasn't supposed to be?
He got into a fight, like some dudes threatened him at the mall, and him and his man got into a fight with these guys. And that, then they basically went to the police and reported it. And that
Who went to the police?
The guys who they beat up.
Oh, I thought Tekashi snitched on himself.
No, he didn't snitch on himself. So, and I think there's some drug stuff they found also. Right. So ultimately he violated his probation. So 3 months back in.
Yeah.
And he actually mentioned you in our last interview.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, shit. What'd he say?
He said he's actually a fan of your comedy. He was a little disappointed that you kind of dissed him in the last VladTV interview.
Yo, you know what really hurt me? I'll be honest with you, I don't give a fuck. He's fat. Nigga fat. I laugh at a lot of Aries Spears jokes. I laughed. The literally day that I was laughing at his jokes, like a little stand-up shit that I watched him fall asleep. The next day, you post that the nigga said, yo, I don't like that nigga, like. And I was like, what? And then he's like, yeah, I don't like the way he be saying nigga. I'm like, what? And then he's like, yeah, but I forgot who he changed. He said, yo, but what about this person? He's like, nah, I don't like the way he be saying nigga. That shit just threw me off.
That's what he said.
Did he really? I'm surprised he didn't try to come at me.
No, he didn't come at you.
When he says nigga, it makes me mad. Because just the whole look, and you know, I'm from Brooklyn, and you know, I grew up around that, and them people in my block, and I know motherfuckers say that. I grew up in that environment, so I get the pass. And I know at one point I even saw Fat Joe kind of talk about that, how he said the word. But I guess as petty as this is, Fat Joe don't annoy me like Tekashi annoys me.
Okay. All
the talking, the snitching, the looking like a colored trickster rabbit, you know, I can't stand that nigga, man. And I think his music is garbage. I go at cats, but again, I'm a comedian. This is what I do. So it's never venomous. It's never like mean-spirited. Even though my style of comedy can be a bit abrasive, it's all in fun, man. You know, I said the one thing, and I don't think he ever found out about it, and I think I might have mentioned it here, was there was a little run where Dwayne Wade was on the tail end of his basketball career. He wasn't the Flash as much as he once was. And I had tweeted, I don't even know why he showers after games. He's already washed up.
Ooh, ouch.
And again, I got nothing but love for him. I bumped into him. We were on the same flight together. Nothing but love. But again, I'm being funny. And it's just sometimes my funny comes with razor blades. I put razor blades in my trick-or-treat candy.
Well, the Epstein files got released since our last interview. And there are some zingers on there.
Anything about Trump?
Oh, yeah, a bunch with Trump.
Like anything juicy?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of pictures with Trump there. There are some notes, I guess, that they sent young girls to Trump's room and stuff like that. And from what I understand, the photos that were included in the Epstein files with Trump disappeared about a week later.
So young girls, how legal or?
Who knows? Who knows?
See, and this is what I'm talking about. So you want to lock up the dude from Venezuela from illegal activity, which is bringing drugs in, but you yourself might be doing illegal activity.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Jackson was in the photos. Did you see those?
No.
Oh, you didn't see that?
But were they? But hold up now. Doing what?
Just chilling. Just a photo.
Oh well, then what's the problem? You know, people have to somehow stop associating that just because you were on the island or in a photo or at any of the parties, yeah, okay, that you're guilty by association. Rich people hang out with rich people.
Yeah.
They don't hang out with people below them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, it'd be one thing if, like I said, and I again, we've been doing this so long, I can't recall everything that may not have been said. So forgive me if I'm repeating myself. But it'd be one thing, it was like, okay, boom, the allegations came out, they were proven to be true, convicted, and then you still hanging out. Now we gotta question your morals. But if prior to guilty, prior to conviction, hearsay, speculation, that's just what it is. And just because you're there doesn't mean that you are just as guilty as them.
Look, this is what I think. The reason why all these celebrities hung out with Epstein is just like everyone else, celebrities like free shit. So if there's some billionaire that's offering to fly you out to an island on his private jet and do all this fly shit.
And everything is top shelf across the board.
Top shelf. Bill Clinton was there. Chris Tucker was there. I think
I would have been there if I got
Diana Ross.
Oh, yeah.
You would have showed up too.
Hell yeah.
I think we all would have.
Yeah.
I think we all would have.
Broke people speak a different language. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes rich motherfuckers don't understand poverty. You know what I mean? So when you can't do it, when you can't afford to do it, it's easier for you to sit back and gossip.
Yeah, I mean, you had actually posted up this video with the interview with John Hope Bryant. who actually manages billions of dollars for his clients. And he talked about the difference between wealthy neighborhoods and poor neighborhoods. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was interesting. He basically said you go into any wealthy neighborhood and it's quiet.
Yeah.
You go into a poor neighborhood
It's
and
loud and chaotic.
Right.
Yeah.
When you go to a wealthy neighborhood, they're quiet, just like this room, just like right now, so you can think. You go to a black neighborhood, a brown neighborhood, you go to a poor neighborhood, it's noisy as hell, intentionally. They value simplicity. That's why you often will see them with a t-shirt and some jeans on. They need quiet because only in quiet can you create.
You know, he said it, but I've also read it and I've echoed it myself. Silence allows you to think. And when you can think, you can strategize. When you live amongst chaos, you're not thinking. So, you know, how do you grow? How do you develop? How do you mentally get yourself to a place where you can make a plan for yourself?
Yeah, he said something interesting in that particular interview that kind of struck me. He said that poor people believe that it's personal and rich people are trying to hold them back. When the reality is rich people are just trying to get ahead and trying to get as far ahead of everyone else as possible.
But they also want broke people to stay in that mentality because they need the broke people to work for them. If everybody had the mind of a billionaire, then who's working for the billionaires?
Yeah, but no one will have a mind of a billionaire. That's why there's so few billionaires. That's just how life works.
I know, but you won't have...
Not everyone has the same work ethic as you and I, right? How many of your friends do you have that you try to put them in position and no matter what you do, they're just going to be your broke friends?
Well, I have only 2 real friends and
But over the years, just look back at all the people you knew, men and women. I know so many people that have pretty much stayed where they are because they just don't want to work that hard.
Well, first of all, whether you do want to or don't want to, it starts with a mindset.
Right.
And if your mindset is already that of, hey, I'm gonna just settle where I am, accept what I got, and do the grind till I die, well then, yeah, that's on you.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. If everybody had the mindset of a millionaire, billionaire, then no one would have anybody to work for them. But they don't. Most people don't. Most people don't know how to live their dream, don't have the guts to try to live their dream. You know, fear and ignorance can fuck you up.
Well, I would disagree with you somewhat because I think that there's also stability versus risk, right? When you have a job, you know you're getting a paycheck. You know you have health insurance, you know you have a 401k, you know there's going to be the job there next week. You know exactly what you're going to get month to month, week to week.
Versus what?
Versus when you work for yourself, you don't know what's going to happen next week.
Okay. You don't know what's going to happen when you walk out your door in the morning.
A little bit more risky.
Okay.
Being a comedian.
The man that doesn't take a chance doesn't have a chance.
I get it. I'm an entrepreneur, so it's not like I'm arguing against you.
Okay.
But all I'm saying
But you
is,
just said you disagree with me a little bit.
What I'm saying is, but people are not just lazy. Some people actually just want the stability. They would prefer the stability over the risk. Sometimes it's not lazy.
If you ask those same people, if you could get everything you wanted minus the pitfalls of failure, would you go for it? If it was guaranteed to you, they would say yes. But because they don't have a guarantee, there's fear.
Stability.
So they'd rather settle
For the
with
stability.
stability.
Right.
Okay.
For the stability. And honestly, look, especially if you have kids or you have responsibilities, family members you're taking care of, and so forth, I'm not really mad at the stability choice.
Depends on how bad you want what you want.
Yeah.
Something has to suffer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, kids, gotta suffer.
Listen, I got a friend who was like, yo, I got to make some side money. Like, I got to make extra money because I have 2 kids and they're pretty much, I'm paycheck to paycheck because of the kids. And I'm like, I don't know, do Uber. Do Postmates. Do something like that. No, I don't want to do that. That's too much work.
See, excuses.
So it's like, all right, well,
excuses.
I don't know what to tell you because here's a guaranteed paycheck.
Right.
You have a car.
Right.
You have insurance.
Right.
I know you have spare time. You only have your kids part of the time. Right. Here's an easy solution. It wasn't even a conversation. It was like, nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, there you go.
That's that. Will Smith is being sued for sexual assault.
I'm an action star. I guess he was acting bizarre. Did I tell you Charlie Mack gave me shit?
Over what?
You know who Charlie Mack is, right? Will Smith's bodyguard.
I've heard of him. I don't know who he is.
He's Will Smith's bodyguard. Been with him since the beginning. You know, I took some shots at what's Will Smith's son's name? Jaden,
Jaden, yeah.
Jaden, and I've been knowing Charlie since forever. Cool as shit. Matter of fact, Charlie used to have these yearly events he would do in his hometown of Philly, where he brings celebrities out and shit. So I've been knowing Charlie for a minute. So I took some shots at Jaden, and he hit me in my DMs. You clown ass nigga.
Oh.
Blah blah blah. Oh, he was irate. He was pissed.
Was this on my show?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Or I might have even posted some stuff, reposted some stuff
Got it.
that was on Instagram.
Got it.
But yeah, nonetheless, he was pissed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now what?
Nothing. Listen, man.
You just gonna be mad.
I stand by my comedic sword, man.
Listen, there's so much weird shit I heard about Will Smith from people off camera in private conversations that I think Will just needs to settle and keep it moving, right? Because if you see the guy that's suing him,
Yes.
he is very zesty. I mean, this guy right here.
The reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work is not okay.
You don't want this guy out doing interviews, let me tell you.
Hey, man. I don't know what that zip code is where when you get so much money, I don't know, do you get bored? Do you just want to look for other shit to do? Or maybe that's always been you. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it also could be false, though.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah.
And chances are it probably is false.
Yeah.
When it comes to lawsuits like this.
Yeah.
Because it's like sexual harassment and false termination.
Right. Will might have just tapped him on his back and said, "Good job." And then they go, "Oh, he touched me.
He touched me. I'm suing." Listen, I've had so many bullshit lawsuits over the years that you just have to, you either fight it and get it thrown out, and you spend a bunch of money, or you just pay him. It's like a nuisance.
Yeah.
A nuisance tax. Like here's like $3,000, go away.
Yeah, but something about that should be done because, as long as that opportunity exists, people are going to always look for that to maybe be their in.
Yeah.
I need some nuisance money.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what happened to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I remember I interviewed one of his lawyers, and he told me that him and Michael had a conversation, and he said that Michael felt his worst mistake was settling with his first sexual assault abuser, that little boy. He didn't want to settle. He's like, it never happened, but his lawyers and his managers like, Michael, just settle. You go on with your career, you make another $100 million. All this will be in the past.
Michael Jackson told me in no uncertain terms that settling that case in 1994 was the biggest mistake he'd ever made. He should never have settled it. He should have fought it through a trial. He would have won. It was an absurd case. But he was advised, he told me, by lawyers, by business advisors, to settle it and get rid of it, that he had bigger fish to fry, bigger projects to get involved in, that the money would be a drop in the bucket compared to what he was capable of making around the world, and that diverting everybody's attention because of the publicity attached to this civil case was a mistake. He followed his advisors', suggestions. He paid money. And what it really did was it opened Pandora's box because suddenly everybody on the planet began suing him, thinking they could make an easy buck suing Michael Jackson.
But it had the opposite effect.
I wonder
it opened the door to all the other lawsuits. Yeah.
I wonder how much in the public eye do people see that as, oh, he's just getting rid of a headache, or that makes you look guilty?
I think most people feel it makes you look guilty because most people have never been through lawsuits.
Right.
Once you go through a lawsuit and you understand that, okay, it comes down to a number. You know what it's like for everyone watching who's like, oh, it's bullshit. Go and sue, get into a car accident, right? And have your lawyer sue the insurance company. They will settle with you every single time, even when it's your fault.
Yeah.
Because they look at the amount of money it will take to go to court, and they look at the amount of money that you're asking for, and they'll figure out an amount of money that's way less. And since they're dealing with 100,000 lawsuits a year, As personal citizens, it's the same thing.
And most broke people don't understand that.
They don't understand that.
Ooh, I'm tired of broke.
Do I want to go to court? Listen, we're not all Cardi B. You can't sue a Tasha K and spend $800,000 in court and never collect, right? Cardi could do that.
Yeah.
I cannot do that. I don't have that type of money.
But even if you could, why would you want to?
To prove a point.
That's real money.
And send a message to everyone else who tries to fuck with you that this is what's going to happen.
Right.
Right? You know, listen, I talked to a girl who got sued by Megan Thee Stallion. You know, that was working with like, well, Megan claims she was working with Tory Lanez to put out false information. And Megan sued her and got some crazy $1 million, judgment. This girl can't afford that shit.
Right.
But Megan proved to everyone, don't fuck with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talked about this in your video. J-Lo.
Oof.
J-Lo recently performed,
In Vegas.
and someone posted a video.
Now if I give you me, this is how it's got to be. First of all, I won't take you cheating on me. Tell me who can I trust if I can't trust in you?
And you wouldn't put her in the list of best singers ever.
You know, I am getting so fucking sick and tired of this pampered ass, moist generation we live in now. It's just like, again, I come from a time and a place where you had to earn it. You had to be good. We are at a time now where mediocrity is acceptable. Let's just totally put the cards on the table. Jennifer Lopez, yes, she looks good for her age. But she can't sing worth a damn. And the clip that I posted was what's that? Can you buy my love and you? Whatever that song is that she's done. Normally it's sped up, but she decided to slow it down and make it this dramatic ballad. And you could tell she couldn't hold certain notes. She was off key, off pitch. You cut to the audience. Most people are just sitting down. And I'm just like, and when you critique her, people go to hate. That's the number one thing people love to run to. You're a hater. It's not hate. It's honesty. When I grew up, I remember the American Music Awards. Now, these were my parents' singers: Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight, Whitney Houston. But I was a kid listening to them.
Right.
Cut to as an adult, that still holds up. Because them broads had pipes.
Right. And your mom is a professional singer.
Yeah, jazz singer.
Yeah, so you're looking at it from a different perspective than most people.
But when you go Mariah Carey, Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, we talking about female vocalists who bring the thunder. And then people will make excuses going, well, she never said she was the best singer. Well, then don't fucking sing. Why do you have a residency in Vegas when I'm sure them tickets ain't cheap?
Well, she's never been a good singer. It's not like she was great and now she sucks. She's always been a performer, and I think people are there for the star power of Jennifer Lopez, and she is a major star, right? But I put her and Britney Spears in the same boat, pretty much.
I think Britney's a little worse.
A little worse?
A little worse.
Okay. But they're both in that mediocre kind of stage, but they're great performers and they're big stars.
But when people go, they're great entertainers.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? The stage show?
The stage show.
The dancing and the outfits?
Correct. That's part of it.
I think the singing is supposed to be the number one thing.
I agree.
That's the meat and potatoes.
But that's part of it. Like, for example, like Madonna was like the biggest thing in the world at one point, and she generally didn't sing on stage. She would it was more of a performance. She would lip sync sometimes and backup singers, and she would get up and sing a little bit, but it was more of a performance, right?
But
Listen, I don't necessarily agree with it.
But Madonna never sounded off key.
She's also a better singer
for
than
what her range was.
Yeah.
She hit the notes.
Correct.
The pitch was there.
Correct.
When you could barely hold notes, your pitch is off, you're off key, that's just terrible. But then on top of that, everything that we've heard about who she is as a person, certain rules in place, you can't look at her. If your staff members at the hotel or at the movie theater, I once was told she wanted to go see a movie in some city, and she rented out basically the whole movie theater so no one could bother her. And she told the people that worked in the theater, her people told the people that worked in the theater, don't talk to her, don't make eye contact. It's, you know, it's like I always say, man, no one should be shitty. Everybody should be as humble as Muhammad Ali. And I don't want to say this like this because it sounds like I'm making an excuse, because you never should be shitty to anybody. But if you're gonna go there, your talent has to match your arrogance. And her talent don't match her arrogance.
You don't think she's a very good actress?
You think Meryl Streep is on the same level of
No,
Jennifer
I
Lopez?
didn't say great. Notice I said very good.
I'm not talking about...
Very good. Not great, not Oscar-worthy.
She's okay.
Really?
What has she done that blew you away?
Selena.
Lip sync half pretty much the whole movie.
I get it. Still.
Right.
Pulled off the role great.
And I don't know how big of a stretch it is for a Latina to play a Latina.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She was great in Selena, though. I think that cemented her as an actress.
Viola Davis, Alfre Woodard,
All
Meryl
better actresses.
Streep.
Not arguing with you on this.
But I don't like mediocrity. I like exceptionalism.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, she's never even been nominated for an Oscar, from what I understand.
Right.
So that pretty much speaks for itself. But you know, I mean, speaking of Oscars, Sinners.
Yeah.
Now, you had posted a clip of
Chelsea Handler, who I'm not really a big fan of, because she did some sideways shit to me.
What did she do?
You know, I was on her show. She had me, and I always tell people, if you're not good, they don't bring you back. So when she had her show on E, she brought me back. I was like a constant. And at one point, what was the joke? She said a joke. I can't remember exactly what it was. She said a joke, but then I had a rebuttal to her joke where she got a laugh, but my rebuttal topped her laugh that she got. And I'm not saying it made her look bad, but again, this is Hollywood. This is egos. So the fact that I topped her on her show, she all of a sudden stopped bringing me back. And she told my manager, here's what's the bullshit excuse. Well, we feel like he just didn't bring it this time. I brought it every time. So she was on some sideways shit. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I thought Sinners was going to get snubbed, but it actually is not. It's actually on shortlist for a bunch of nominations like casting, cinematography, makeup, hairstyling, sound, visual effects, original score, and original song twice. Basically, it's on more shortlists in terms of nominations than any other feature. Now, it's not getting movie of the year or whatever else. Right. But then again, I don't just think it deserves movie of the year. I think there's better movies this year. But it's being recognized.
Well, that's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think was the best movies of the year?
I didn't see a whole lot of movies this year.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you movies that were better than Sinners in terms of my opinion.
Okay.
This year. Magazine Dreams.
I didn't see that.
This is like, I'm so angry whenever I hear people say that.
And this is the one with Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. This, honestly, if it wasn't for what happened to him, would have been all over the Oscars.
Yeah.
Weapons.
Didn't see that.
And One Battle After Another.
I didn't see that either.
Other good films this year?
What was Weapons?
Weapons is a horror film. Basically, a bunch of kids just disappear in this small town.
Is that the one where the kids were running at night in the preview?
Yes,
I wanted to see that too.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good, really original.
Really?
Yeah, like you don't see it coming. It's just like, wow, this story is just different.
Yeah.
Great script. One Battle After Another, another great one. DiCaprio.
Yeah, when they kept showing up that preview so much in theaters, I got tired of it. And the movie didn't do anything for me preview wise anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone killed it.
Yeah.
Literally everyone in that film killed it.
Yeah.
Killed it. Other really good films this year, Begonia.
Didn't know. I don't even know what that.
It's hold on, I'll tell you who's in it. It's Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. Basically, these two guys, they kidnap this tech CEO female, Emma Stone, because they think that she's an alien.
Oh, and that's better than Sinners?
A lot of crazy shit happens along the way.
A lot of crazy shit happened than Sinners.
I agree. I think Sinners is a very good movie.
Do you think that's a better movie than Sinners?
No, I'd give it to Sinners.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd give that one to Sinners.
Right.
But this is a very good movie. Very original as well. And The Long Walk.
I started to see that, and not because it was a bad movie, but I saw it really late and I fell asleep on it.
Yeah.
But not because it was bad. I just was tired.
Original concept.
Yeah. I thought the concept was
the premise
fire.
was like,
Yeah.
okay, a bunch of guys walk
Yeah.
and whoever falls gets killed.
Yeah, well, that actually happened back in the civil rights movement too. A bunch of niggas walking and fell out because they was tired and risked getting killed. So yeah, that's really a documentary, The Long Walk.
And finally, Nuremberg.
Yeah.
It was about the Nazi trials.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not rushing to see that.
Right.
Yeah.
But Sinners is actually gonna actually do his thing, I think.
Listen, I applaud Chelsea for the joke that she made at the was it the Golden Globes?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, when she said Variety said, I don't want to take out of context. Do you have
Yeah,
it?
she basically said that Sinners like broke some records for a horror
398
film.
million.
Yeah, and then Variety did a
Do
article
box
saying,
office numbers really matter?
exactly. There you have
That's
it.
brilliant.
There you have it.
You know, and I said in my caption, sometimes it takes white people to say it for white people to see it.
Mm.
We always have to have a savior. And when people, you know, oh, black people, you constantly playing victim. Why is everything about race with y'all? And that's one of the things you'll always read in my feed whenever I post shit about race. Oh, here he goes again about race. And it's just funny to me, and it's most disheartening when I get Latinos, Asians, and Indians echoing what white people echo, which is, it's the race card, it's victim, why is it about race? It's so easy for everybody to be dismissive of race, especially when y'all don't have a long history of going what we've gone through.
Do you know what percentage of the world is white?
What is it?
Take a guess.
I don't want to guess, just tell me.
11%.
Okay.
I thought it was actually more.
Right.
But when you think about it, you got India.
Yeah.
That's a
And you know
over
what the
$1 billion.
percentage is of the people that want to have all the power?
Definitely more than 11%.
All right.
Once I realized that, I said, oh, okay, this makes a little more sense now. I could see why things are more uneven than I thought they were.
Yeah.
11% is tiny.
Yeah.
We're the minorities.
How about that?
How about that? But if you think about it, look at China, right? Billion over there, plus all the Asian countries.
Right.
Look at South America.
Right.
Really, Central America and South America.
Right.
That's all brown people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But the biggest bully on the block,
Biggest bully on the block are the white
America.
people. America?
white folks.
Yeah. And look at the power, for example, in America in government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's why it kills me, because people act like black people just be making shit up. Like our grievances and our trauma is just us, woe is me, complaining all the time, victim, victim, victim. I swear to God, and you know, again, it's disheartening when other minorities are not standing with us. We expect white folks to do that. You know, some, not all, just so I don't paint a picture with a broad stroke. But when you got people of color that are on that side, and it's like, really? The lack of empathy that people of color and white folks have towards black people is just amazing.
Okay, now I just want to say this because you had this on your Instagram page. You posted up a video of this white dude eating an egg roll with his dog.
Yeah, this dude actually, that's his thing. He posts nothing but content with him eating with his dog.
Right. So you have this disgusting, degenerate white person. You're like, and this is why black
I already
people
I already know where you're going. I
Don't
already
date
know where
white
you're going.
guys because of this.
Here you go.
Because of this. I have never done that shit.
Vlad,
I have never done that
Vlad,
shit.
stop. There are Vlad.
No, don't start with the
time
white
out.
tigers.
Time out.
No,
No.
Most white people
I
do
won't
not
even
do
give
that.
you the white tiger.
Okay.
There are exceptions to every rule, but that's not the rule. Of course you're gonna have, listen, I'm sure there are some black people who eat with their dog, but that percentage is very low. You're never gonna have one way of anything. There's always gonna be another side. But the mass majority, if you took a racial poll, black people that eat with their dogs versus white people eat with their dogs, the scale of balance ain't even close to even.
Okay.
White people, y'all do barbaric shit.
Okay, how about this?
Historically, y'all have always done barbaric shit. Black people by nature ain't barbarians. We're not barbaric.
Okay. What percentage of white people eat with their dogs?
I don't know, but it's a lot higher than niggas.
I bet you it's like a fraction of 1%.
You got the computer. Look it up.
I don't think you can look this up.
This is the internet. Anything is lookable.
Let's look this up. Let's go to ChatGPT and let's put in this stupid question.
Put it. How many white people eat with their dogs? Eat with their animals?
What percentage of white people eat with their dogs?
I've seen footage of y'all French kissing your animals.
I know a black girl that kisses her dog in the mouth.
There are exceptions to the
Okay.
rule.
I know
That's
a black
not
girl that does
the
it.
rule. And I bet you her ass is flat as notebook paper.
Actually, the
A
opposite.
real
Actually, the opposite.
She with a white man.
In fact, she has a
She's with a white man.
She has a BBL. How's that? I know a girl with a BBL.
Well, then that's bullshit then. Because prior to the BBL, the shit was flat. A real natural fat ass, I'm from Atlanta, black woman, ain't eating off no goddamn dog. It's too much nigga in that booty.
Kiss her dog in the mouth, not eat off the dog.
Whatever. White people y'all have a comfort with animals that you don't even have with human beings.
I can't even really look this up because
Of
what people are saying, what ChatGPT is saying is that 22% of adults share meals at the dinner table with their pets, meaning that like they'll give the dog some food.
Yeah,
What are you
black
talking
people
about?
don't even do that. There's a great scene in I forget the name of the movie where Martin went back in time or something, and he was around knights, and I forget what that name of that movie is, but he's the only black person there. There's one black female in there, of course, to play his romantic interest, but for the most part, other than him and this black girl, everybody's white. And he's sitting at the king's table with all the king's men and soldiers, and the king says to him while the dog is near the table, I want to learn more about your people. And Martin says in the movie, you want to learn more about my people, you could first start by removing the dog from the fucking table. So there's certain things black people culturally we don't do.
Okay, so I looked it up. Eating with the dog is a little bit hard to look up because people are, it'll think that it's like sharing food with the dog and so forth. So I actually looked up what percentage of white people kiss their dog.
Yeah.
So in several U.S. dog surveys, now this is not a race thing, 61% said they kiss their dogs in the mouth at least sometimes.
Now look up black people.
Hold on. Another consistent finding across surveys said about half the respondents, 52%, said they kiss their dog more than their human partner. Now, but this is not race-based. This is just a general thing. It's not broken down by race.
Look up black people that do that.
Okay, let's see.
The fuck out of here.
How many black people kiss their dog in the mouth? Can't believe I'm looking this up right now.
Probably
You're fucking up my whole
negative 8%.
my whole algorithm is going to get fucked up after this. No, there's no race specific stats when it comes to
Because we don't do it.
Zero?
We don't do it.
Listen, I'm on my third dog. I've never kissed my dog in the mouth.
Vlad, listen, I don't know how many times I got to keep saying this to you.
Okay.
Again, you've always been into black women, always?
No.
When did you switch over from mayonnaise to barbecue sauce?
Well, I was mostly into white women until I got to college when I was around a lot more black women.
So from college to present day,
Yes.
nothing but black women.
No, I've had white girls, I've had Asian girls,
Yeah, but
Middle Eastern girls.
in your nooks and crannies.
Nooks and crannies is black women.
Okay. So ever since you got baptized by black pussy, nigga, there's a lot about you I'm sure you don't do that what used to be white.
Yeah?
Yeah. You
Such
ain't
as?
completely gonna let go of your white roots because you're white.
Right.
But certain things you've soaked in as far as the culture when it comes to music, pussy. So stop it, man. Stop it.
Okay. I'll take that.
I'm sure on any given day you might do your hair with an Afro pick.
No. I do not. Well, Diddy is still locked up. And I had tweeted before the specific interview, I said, when this next interview comes out, Diddy's going to hate me forever.
Why?
I dropped an interview with this guy named Sly Diggler.
Sly Dickler?
Diggler.
Diggler.
Yes.
Oh, this don't sound.
He is a adult male performer.
Of course he is. Diggler.
Yes. Diggler.
Like Dirk Diggler.
Exactly.
Right.
Like Dirk Diggler. That's how he got his name, actually.
Yeah.
Right. So he was contacted by 50 Cent's baby mother to do freak-offs with her and Diddy. Now, what had happened was Diddy would always record these freak-offs on his phone. But on one particular night, he mixed up his phone with Sly's phone. So the whole video was recorded on Sly's phone. So while we're taking a break between the interview, we go into, you know, a little general area here at my studio, and he shows me the video. Yeah. I was not prepared for what I saw in that video. I was not prepared. Because as we're watching, and it's got you and the girl, suddenly you see an oiled up Diddy walk by the camera. Now I knew, for some reason, I just thought the baby oil was for the other people. I didn't realize that he was baby oiled as well.
Yeah. He stayed oiled up as well.
Stayed oiled up.
That's his thing.
Okay, so that was something I was not prepared for. But then there was something else that I was not prepared for.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to say this in the most heterosexual way possible right now. I'm really struggling with this to actually say this out loud, all right? But when you said that he wasn't well endowed, I was not prepared for what I saw in this video.
Yeah, he's a smaller guy. Well, I mean, I don't know how to put it, but yeah, I mean, he's not that large in that area, you know what I'm saying?
And what's on the footage?
It's him.
Diggler.
Yes. 50's baby mother. And Diddy.
Okay.
One thing that surprised me a bit was, you know, you hear about the whole baby oil thing. I didn't realize that Diddy was using the baby oil as well. So you see this oiled up Diddy like walk into the frame. So, but then I saw something else in the video and I'm like, I want to address this on camera. So what Sly had said was him and Diddy were having conversations in between the freak-offs, and Diddy told him, like, look, I could give my women anything they want, but I can't give them that.
Give them what?
What Sly has.
Like a crazy meat?
Yes. So I said, okay. And I had just seen the video. I said, so in the straightest way possible, how big is Diddy? He said 3 inches at most. And I saw the video, and he's absolutely right. Diddy has something called a micro penis.
I'll take 3 inches. I'll let my dick be 3 inches in exchange for $3 billion.
Right.
Because at $3 billion, pussy ain't stopping.
Listen, these girls are still fighting over Diddy. Remember Young Miami?
They're trying to micromanage.
She was doing the most for those 3 inches. Let me tell you.
Right. You goddamn right.
And I guess, so basically, this kind of explains a lot, right? Like, everything kind of fits into place. So basically, since Diddy can't do certain things to women, he gets other dudes to come in and do it for him. Now, I personally can't understand that shit.
I don't buy that.
I don't buy that.
He likes watching.
That's what I'm saying. Me and my 3 inches would be fucking all these hoes, right? If I had 3 inches, I would fuck it. I would want some big dick dude coming in and fucking in front of me. That'd make me feel bad.
Listen, my shit certainly ain't no 3 inches.
Right, mine either.
I ain't no 7-footer.
Me neither.
But I'm far from 3 inches.
Me too.
You gonna work with what I give you. That ain't satisfactory. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not one of these niggas that's gonna do my thing and go, I wonder if I came. I'm like I'm like a PE gym coach or a captain of the football team, and I'm gonna call your name 3 times on the clipboard. If you don't respond, team bus is leaving. So if I'm in some pussy, I'm like, hey, bitch, did you come? Did you come? Did you come? Team bus out.
That's it.
That's it.
Right.
We got a schedule to keep.
Listen, I can honestly say this. Out of all the hundreds of women I've been in over the years, I don't think I've ever sat there and said, baby, you know what would make this night even better?
Another big dick.
To come in and fuck you in front of me.
Damn, fuck
I don't think I've ever even thought that.
Like, why would I want to be in a room with a nigga whose dick is as big as a kayak?
Right.
Fuck that nigga. My dick is the star in all my films.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Shit.
No co-star.
And if it makes you feel any better, I'll call my dick Kevin Hart. If the size ain't right. It's still a star.
Well, but this kind of explains things. So like the overcompensation and everything else like that. It's like, oh, okay, he's dealing with
But I don't believe in any of that. I don't believe it's overcompensation because of an ego or a macho thing. I just think that's part of his freakish way. And it's much easier to label it something else than to just admit that.
Well, look, like Sly was saying that Diddy told him, he goes, well, I think I'm on the gay spectrum. I don't think I'm gay, but, I guess somewhere on the spectrum.
He just basically told me, like, he was like, he not gay, but he like kind of like on a spectrum, like of being gay. Like he likes this. He's like, I consider him more of a voyeur. He likes to watch sex. He likes women, but he just likes to see his women get fucked by other men sometimes. So
listen, when you're rubbing dudes cum on your chest,
ooh,
I don't know how straight that could be. I mean, listen.
I wouldn't even rub my own cum on my chest.
Me neither.
I'd have a napkin on my chest. Shoot off into a napkin, nigga. Fuck that.
No, man, listen. I kept hearing stories. I've interviewed like 6 of the escorts at this point. All males, by the way. All males. I expected one female hooker to pop up at that trial at some point. Just one. Just one.
Yeah,
all men.
Listen, we mentioned it. I think Diddy's bisexual.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know why he just don't come out and live his truth.
Listen, I remember one of the dudes I interviewed, right? We'll play the clip. Because these freak-offs would last like 12, 14 hours, right? Yeah. They'd have sex, they'd go to sleep, take some drugs, wake up, start over again, whatever else. So this one dude, he basically was like, yeah, it was like the second round, and I was tired. So I just like, faked an orgasm. I'm like, oh, okay, I came. And then, the girl ran into the room. I think it was Cassie, ran into the room with Diddy. Diddy come out, I'm like, hey, man, you sure you came? He's like, yeah, man, I came. He's like, yeah, okay, hold on, let me check. Came back out. Are you sure you came? Oh. The motherfucker was poking around in there, like.
One day when I was not only bored, I was frustrated with this dude, like, directing this, and it was annoying as hell. Like, he wouldn't stop talking and stopping us from doing what we was doing. So I just was like, yo, I'm getting out of here, man. I pretended to come, and I pretended to come inside of her.
Okay.
And this was our second go-round anyway. I had already came, and I probably was there half a day already. And so I was like, I'm ready to bounce. So I pretended to come inside of her, and they run off to the room like they usually do. But then a couple of seconds later, Diddy pops his head out the door, and he's like, yo, fam, you came? And I was like, yeah, I came, bro. And he was like, oh, okay. He closed the door, went back in. About 30 seconds later, he pops his head back out. He's like, yo, fam, come on, man. You didn't come, did you? And I was like, bro, I came. Like, he's like, really? I was like, dude, listen, I came before, so maybe a little bit came out, but I don't know, man. But I felt like I came, bro. I felt like I had a orgasm, bro. Like, whatever.
Listen, dude, there was a clip, there was a moment, and we talked about it on my podcast. For New Year's Eve, Sports Center, they had Scott Van Pelt at the desk, and they were showing coverage of the countdown. 3, 2, 1. And there's a bunch of cutaways of, men and women kissing.
Yeah.
French kissing.
Yeah.
And then the last clip they show is 2 dudes.
Yeah.
Full on.
Mm-hmm.
And this was real time.
Yeah.
Scott did the greatest I need to save my job pivot I've ever seen. Because it was live, so he didn't know until the moment happened. But when they show it, he goes, oh, what are we? And then he realized, nigga, you on live TV, and this is Disney affiliated with ESPN. You say the wrong thing, you're done.
Yeah.
So he quickly, it was masterful how he did it. Because his first initial reaction was, oh my, why do we, and then love is in the air. And I just went, listen, man, I get it. ESPN, Disney company affiliated. You got to save your job. But I don't fault him for the reaction. He couldn't follow through with it. But I couldn't. And again, to each his own, man. If that's your thing, that's your thing. I personally, I just find it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Listen, if this makes me homophobic, then I could be homophobic in this regard. If I'm watching a movie and two men kiss, I look away. It's a natural reaction.
That's why I stopped watching Peaky Blinders.
Oh, I never watched it.
Yeah, somebody was telling me, yo, this show, Peaky Blinders, it's so incredible. And I think I might be fucking this up. I think it was Gangs of London, not Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
The almost same shit. But there's a moment in one of the episodes, and first of all, as much as I've given the UK shit for their movies, and so you already know I'm not a big fan of the UK accent. So I'm trying to hang in there, but I'm like, man, this UK shit. And then finally, the episode where one of the characters goes inside a male brothel, and I mean, it's just, this is cable, so it's just graphic, full-on cock shots, suggestive doggy style fucking with dudes. And I went, oh, I'm done. Never went back. I was like a father that left his kids. Never came back.
Never
I'm
came
going
back.
for cigarettes. Out.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's not something I've had to learn. First time I saw it, I'm like, I just look away.
Yeah, I just
look away. Now, two women
So
kissing.
you look away, but then you still keep watching?
Yeah, I'll go back if it's a good movie.
How do you know when it's done, when the scene?
I mean, I give it, whatever, 15 seconds.
Okay.
If I hear, you could hear what's happening, because it's not like I close my ears. I just look
Right.
away.
So if you hear hardcore male slurps,
maybe at that
look
point I'll
away.
turn it off. Yeah.
Okay.
If I hear male grunting and squirting noises and all that type of stuff, yeah, I think I might be done with that movie.
Right.
I mean, in fact, I
do you
remember,
do that if it's two women?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Two women actually don't bother me.
Right.
I'm okay with that. Now, I've said this many times. Like, I watch porn. I'm not a big fan of lesbian porn. I just never really watched it.
Yeah, but with a scene with two women in your own male fantasy, you could insert yourself in that moment. Even if you go, yeah, they gay, but I think if I got enough charm, I could wiggle my way into the scissor sex.
I like watching,
when two
like,
dudes go
yeah.
at it, you know.
No. But then again, I have a lot of scenes I've watched with two girls and a guy, and sometimes the girls will mess with each other. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because there's what you like is in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Heterosexuality.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
A little bit of mixed in with
Yeah.
some lesbianism.
I'll take two tits and one dick over two dicks and no
Nothing
tits.
else. Well, some interesting fights happened since last time. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Now, before the fight, betonline.ag had some interesting odds. Anthony Joshua was favored minus 1,040, which meant that to make $100, you had to bet over $1,000.
Yeah.
Jake Paul was $575, meaning that you got almost $600 back for every $100 you bet.
Yeah, but everybody knew he wasn't going to win that fight.
It wasn't. I mean, clearly they knew it wasn't even going to be close.
Yeah.
And by the way, Tekashi walked Jake Paul out to the fight. Did you think
Some
it was
people
going to
said
be
that the walkout was better than the fight.
the walkout was better than the fight?
Yeah.
How would you rate that fight from 1 to 10 as a fight fan?
6.
That high?
I mean, it was better than average compared to, you can see some pretty boring fights, even with two dudes who are at the top of the game. But one, it was something that you knew was going to happen. So I give it that. But it wasn't as bad as the Tyson fiasco.
What's wild is a day before the fight, I had interviewed this guy who put me on the phone with Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
So we were on speakerphone. We were talking for the first time. And he was like, yo, I'm actually in, I think it was Miami, right, for the fight. He's like, I'm in the fight for Miami, in Miami for the fight. And I could tell you this, Vlad. The Tyson fight, the Tyson-Jake Paul fight was definitely fixed.
I told you that.
But he said, but this fight is not going to be fixed.
Right. But I told you that. And you were so against it.
I still am.
Oh,
I'm not convinced that it's fixed. But
if you really believe that the Jake Paul Tyson fight was fixed, you got eyes like J-Lo's fans have ears.
I mean, look, Jake Paul got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, broke his jaw.
2 places.
In 2 places.
And he lost teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you step in the ring with Anthony Joshua for $1 million?
Yeah, because I can fake a knockout, be a knocked out. I'm going in the first. You'll beat me up for $1 million.
One jab, done.
Yeah, fucking $1 million, and then after taxes, I'm not even clearing.
Okay. So let me re-ask the question. You have to actually go in there and perform to your best ability. You can't just drop and say, "Give me my money."
With a chance to have my jaw
Yeah,
broken in 2 places?
You can't do a Buster Douglas.
Not for $1 million.
Okay.
Not for $1 million.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
How many teeth are in the human mouth?
Well, 2 more than Jake Paul has.
I know, but I mean, just, do you know how many teeth are in the human mouth?
Let's see.
I want $1 million per tooth.
How many teeth do adults have? 32.
32 million.
32 million.
32 million.
Get some diamond dentures afterwards.
Oh,
for all the
that.
teeth that.
Just put back the ones that got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all might get knocked out though.
Well, then
Listen, me and you against Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Would be really bad.
Yeah, against
bad.
Against any professional
one
fighter.
Yeah.
Any professional
but
fighter.
Anthony, well, I mean.
Let me ask you this.
I'll get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather way before Anthony
Would
Joshua.
you rather take a punch from Anthony Joshua or a kick from Michael Jai White?
I would rather take a
face.
A kick by Michael Jai White.
To the face?
To the face, yeah.
Are you serious? There's more power in a kick than a punch.
Yeah, but Michael Jai White is, I believe, 58 years old.
What the fuck you think that mean?
Anthony Joshua is a 6'5" monster, Olympic gold medalist. Yeah.
What the fuck you think that mean?
I think that
you think because Mike Jai White is 58, he what? Don't know how to throw the kick?
Oh, I'm sure he does. And I'm sure I'd probably lose some teeth. I just think that a straight-on punch, just because I've seen it happen just recently. Did you see that punch where you saw like fucking Jake Paul's jaw look like it went across the ring?
Dude, if Mike Jai White kicked you with no defense to your face, your whole jaw dislocating from your face.
All right. Listen, maybe I'm wrong.
Right
now, at this very moment, I would say I'd rather have Michael Jai White kick me in the face than Anthony Joshua punch me in the face. Right now, at this very moment. Listen, maybe I don't understand the way physics works, and maybe a kick really is that much more damaging.
Absolutely.
But I've seen so many UFC fights, and it seems like the punches is usually what takes the person out, not the kicks. I don't see that many kicks in UFC fights that completely obliterate somebody.
Well,
have you?
I would.
I've seen knees.
Listen,
now, if you say a knee to the face,
I don't know.
You saying like Jorge Masvidal? Have you ever seen that fight? Like the fastest knockout. I don't know a whole
lot about UFC and
a
MMA.
flying knee kick to the face, like totally turn the guy into a corpse. I get that, but a kick with your foot, yeah.
If landed correctly at the right time,
I'm sure it's devastating. You're asking me a question though. Michael's my friend. I don't know Anthony Joshua. This is probably gonna get me some trouble, but I'm telling you, I would rather Michael kick me in the face than Anthony punch me in the face.
Wait, you reversed it, didn't you?
No.
Didn't he reverse it?
Michael,
I said, which would you rather have?
No, I'd rather have Anthony
Joshua punch you.
No. I'd rather have Michael kick me than Anthony punch me. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're crazy.
Yeah,
you're crazy.
All right. Maybe I'm wrong. Listen, maybe I don't know how, like, I haven't done a lot of martial arts in my life.
Let's say Mike Jai had on some steel toe boots.
Well, that's a whole different situation. Oh, what if Anthony Joshua had a spike in his hand? I don't know.
No, bare fist.
Bare fist versus steel toe boots? Yeah, obviously I'll take the bare fist over steel toe boots. Okay. But now you're bringing in weapons.
Either way.
What if Anthony had a bat? Like, yeah, of course I'd rather get kicked in the face.
You're going into a whole other direction.
You said steel toe boots.
Fantasy.
You said steel toe boots.
So forget the boots.
Name me one professional fight where there's using steel toe boots.
Fist. There it is. It's even now.
And I told you what my answer is.
I think that, and again, I don't know much about the sport, but it seems like those fighters, they're more prone to use their hands than their feet anyway.
What, in UFC?
Or MMA, UFC?
I don't know, man. I mean, they have all those things at their disposal. Like I said, like I've seen some really devastating knees go into people's faces, but I've yet to see a kick that totally took someone out, that KO'd somebody by a kick. I haven't seen it. I've seen a lot of punch KOs. That's all I'm saying. Well, another fight that's coming up is Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Supposed to be in February. Now, according to BetOnline.ag, Tyson Fury's favored -210, Anthony Joshua's +160.
I could see that going either way. I could really see that going either way.
It could. It could.
Yeah, Tyson Fury has that he don't look in shape, but can knock you the fuck out body.
Right.
Whereas Anthony Joshua, he looks like a sculpted statue.
Yeah.
Where you go, he's supposed to knock you out.
Right.
But when he got knocked out by Ruiz, nobody saw that coming.
Right.
So.
And Ruiz was in worse shape than Tyson Fury.
Right. And Ruiz is built like a Christmas ham.
Looks like an agua fresca bottle.
Okay. Remember them hams that used to come in the
Yeah,
steel?
but the agua fresca bottles though, like those round ones,
Yeah.
They cut off on top.
Yeah,
That's what he's built like. And he beats some ass. Who do you got?
In that?
In that. Tyson is 2-1 odds basically.
I'd almost be prone to say Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
I know people, and we've talked about this. I wish to God I could snap my fingers and get an in-prime Mike Tyson back in the ring. He would mop all these dudes up. Mop them all up.
What about?
And I hate when people go, what's the one dude? Usyk?
Usyk.
Usyk.
Yeah.
Usyk would destroy Mike Tyson.
I don't know about that.
No. Mike in his prime destroys everyone.
What about Muhammad Ali?
Here's the dream matchup. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at the footage. The Muhammad Ali that fought Cleveland Williams, which I think was Ali peak powers. The Mike Tyson versus Marvis Frazier, peak powers. Those two, wow. I'd give it to Ali by decision barely. Barely. Because his foot movement, the ability to fight backwards, the jab, the combinations, the slight reach, it'd be hard to hit Ali. But I don't think you could go 12 rounds with Ali not getting hit. And if Frazier could hit him and caught him with that beautiful left in that first fight, we talking about a guy in Tyson who was quicker than Frazier, was deadly in both hands as opposed to Frazier's just left hook, better head movement, more powerful. Woo! And both Ali and Tyson had chins.
Well.
No, nothing.
Did Tyson really have a chin?
Yes.
I feel like Tyson. I feel like Tyson never really got hit.
Stop it.
Until Buster Douglas.
Stop it. All of Tyson's losses weren't one-hitter quitters. You had to beat him up. Holyfield beat him up in that first fight.
Yeah, that's later on. I'm talking about prime. You're talking about prime Tyson.
Either or.
He came out of prison non-prime. No.
If you don't have Vlad, if you don't have a chin, you don't have a chin. It don't matter when. If you don't have a chin, you don't have a chin. Buster beat him up, Holyfield beat him up, and Lennox beat him up. You got to beat Mike up. You don't just hit him and Mike goes. Unlike, and this is my man, number love. I got his number in the phone. Roy Jones. You couldn't hit Roy in the beginning. But what we later found out when Roy got older and slowed down, he didn't have a chin. One-hitter quitters were all his losses. Antonio Tarver, Glenn Coffey Johnson. Right on the chin, Roy was out.
Here's the thing though, right? And me and Holyfield actually talked about this. The thing that Tyson had that allowed him to get all those wins was the fear factor.
That was part of it.
Everybody was scared of Tyson.
Mike was all one of the fighters who charge at you all the time.
Yeah.
And what I had that a lot of people didn't have, I had good rhythm and good movement. So I can pop back and make you run into my shots. I had fast hands and like this and what I had too, I had this thing where that I wasn't afraid of nobody.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the fact that Tyson was the gun. He had the bullets to back it up.
No, I get it. They were scared of him for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember Holyfield said he showed Tyson in the very beginning he wasn't scared of him at all. Because they had already met up before and so forth.
Yeah.
Do you think that Muhammad Ali would have been scared of Tyson in the ring?
No.
No?
Hell no.
Okay.
Listen, he wasn't scared of George Foreman. And Foreman was a slower version of Tyson.
Yeah.
Slower.
And bigger.
And bigger.
Yeah.
No, Ali,
You're right. No, he did the whole, rope-a-dope and
Ali
everything.
was a master at the mental game.
Yeah.
A master.
Okay, fair enough.
The real question is, would he have been able to get in Mike's head? You know?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that would have been epic. That would have been fucking epic. If that fight could have happened, or if you could snap your fingers magically and that fight were to be announced 2 weeks from now in Vegas, every celebrity and their mama would be at that fight.
Let's see what ChatGPT says. This is actually a very interesting question. Would Mike Tyson in his prime beat Ali in his prime? Most boxing historians and trainers lean towards Ali beating Tyson.
Yeah.
But it's razor thin.
Razor thin.
Style-driven matchup.
Yeah.
Right. So here we go. The case for Ali. Style advantage. Ali's elite footwork, lateral movement, and jab are exactly what troubled shorter pressure fighters. He likely circle, clinch, and frustrate Tyson early. Chin and recovery. Ali took nuclear shots from Foreman, Shavers, and Liston. If Tyson doesn't get him out early, Ali's durability matters a lot. Fight IQ. Ali was a master tactician mid-fight. He adjusts on the fly better than anyone in heavyweight history. So likely Ali win late TKO rounds 9 through 12 or clear decision once Tyson slows.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. And these are all the motherfuckers that are saying in the comments, Vlad and Aries should never talk boxing. They don't know boxing. Suck my dick. I know boxing.
Now, here's the case for Tyson.
Yeah.
Early destruction. Prime Tyson, 86 to 88, was the most dangerous first 4 rounds ever.
Dude, if you think I'm lying, watch the Marvis Frazier-Tyson fight. There's a moment, and this fight ends so quickly, where Frazier gets caught up in the corner. Mike hits him with an uppercut. Yo, he's already unconscious. But Mike hits him like 3 or 4 more times on the way down. Then, once his body is on the canvas, look at his legs. His legs start twitching. He's out, but his muscles start twitching. It was the most ferocious knockout of Mike Tyson's career.
Okay. Tyson's head movement and explosive combinations could absolutely crack Ali early.
Peekaboo, the way he would slip and dip and come up.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Power and speed combo. Ali had been dropped before, but Tyson hits harder and faster than anyone Ali faced early. Right? And the psychological pressure. If Ali gets clipped early and forced into exchanges, Tyson could snowball fast.
Do you understand? There was a dude, I can't remember the historian's name, Bert Sugar, would wear these white fedoras. And when he was talking about Ali Frazier in that first fight with all that buildup, Ali coming back from retirement and being suspended for the stance on Vietnam, and Frazier being the undisputed champ, he goes, there's no more contrasting styles than Ali Tyson. And styles make fights. That's why I'm saying, what you get in Tyson is Joe Frazier 2.5.
Yes.
So, woo. Oh, that fight with Ali versus Cleveland Williams is so, and I use this word, sexy. And what makes it sexy is everything that Ali was known for, you see in that moment. The grace, the poetry, emotion, the footwork. There's one point in time, and Cleveland Williams had what black people wore back in those days, was called conks, the perm. There's one point in the fight where Ali does the Ali shuffle and then goes on to hit this motherfucker with 6 clean shots to the dome, and that perm is just bouncing. Oh, it was so beautiful. So beautiful.
Well, there's another fight coming up at the end of the month that you may not be familiar with. I'm actually going to go check it out. Adam 22 is going to be fighting Jason Love.
Jason Love.
That's the guy that ended up sleeping with Adam's wife twice on camera.
Why would you do that to yourself? if this nigga beats your ass and he already fucked your woman
Twice.
he might as well knock him out and then fuck him while he's on the canvas.
I was not expecting that.
Stomach down, ass up, just pull his trunks down and go, now this the third time I'm fucking your family. Dude, I never told you. I performed in Dania Beach, I think it was last year in Florida. Jason Love came to my show.
Okay.
And what was crazy was I left the showroom to go outside and smoke a cigarette. And I'm looking off in the distance and I'm going, that look like that nigga? Nah. So then at one point he comes up to me, he goes, yo man, I'm a big fan, I'm here to see. I go, Jason Love? He goes, yeah. I go, oh, okay. And that nigga came and sat down to my show. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, I talked to Adam about this. He told me about how much he's getting, and I'm like, huh, that's a pretty good amount. That's a pretty good amount. I mean, to go in the ring with another amateur boxer, I'm like, huh. All right, I can see that.
Dude, I have to applaud you. Because if there was any, I don't know if competition is the right word or whatever, closeness, you've distanced yourself from this nigga completely.
Who, Adam?
Adam. Because at one point in time, his show seemed like it was that show. But between the fights and the hood shit, the level of quality just became garbage.
You've been on the show.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
And the first time I did it is when it was that show. The second time I did it, I was like, I don't know if I should be here. The first time there was no security. It was like it's like this, nice, open, cool atmosphere. The second time I did it, he had a bunch of security, street niggas around. The vibe was different.
I mean, look, Adam is my friend.
Be a narcissist now. You deserve it.
No, listen, Adam's my friend, but him and I just have a different, vision for our business. He goes in this direction, I go in a different direction, and at the end of the day, we both have an audience.
But it seems like you've remained putting quality over quantity. Well, with him, it's like he just wants the footage.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he actually wants to display a lot of the drama, like in the studio and so forth. Whereas me, if it's ever happened, I've always just buried it and said, nah, we're not.
But why would you do that though? That's almost like Jerry Springer shit.
Who, him or me?
Him. And while that might be hot for a moment, that doesn't sustain itself.
Well, listen. It's his choice. He's running it the way he wants to run it. And look, I mean, he's also, the difference between me and him is that he puts everything, like his whole personal life out there, right?
You like some anonymity.
Yeah. Yeah, if you notice, none of my relationships I ever put out there. I don't put my house out there. I don't put my cars out there. I like keeping my personal life personal because that just avoids the outside drama.
Yeah.
Having personal relationships with people, whether they're females or friends or whatever else, that's difficult enough as is. Yeah. To have all these people DMing and sending people shit and trying to how much bullshit on the internet is just lies.
Yeah.
Like people literally do interviews about me. Like, oh yeah, I was in that situation with Vlad and I helped him out. I'm like, you weren't even there. Like, what are you talking about? Like people literally do interviews about me that I know who they are, but they're creating situations that are just fake. Or people do documentaries about me and whatever else, a bunch of bullshit. So I try to keep a certain level of peace.
Yeah.
But Adam is like all in. Hey, listen, this is who I am. This is my wife. We do porn together. She does scenes by herself.
Right.
I do threesomes and whatever else.
I just don't know how do you got to be a special type of dude to wife up a porn chick. Like I don't need for me to be holding hands with my wife on a beautiful sunny Sunday day and 5 guys go, hey, that's the chick that took 8 nuts to the face at once. Like, you know what I mean? And not to say that there aren't regular women who take 8 nuts to the face, but keep it private.
Yeah.
Like certain things should remain in a vault.
Right, private nuts.
Private nuts.
Not public nuts.
Not public nuts.
Right.
I don't need
It
you
don't have to be Jiffy.
No.
It can be private label.
Yeah. Off brands. I don't want a public display of nut talk on your face.
The 50 Cent impression that you did on my show a while back, I feel like it's been like going viral recently.
He did a movie with Sylvester Stallone where it was about them in these prisons that were like cubes. The one, you know what I mean? And he played a computer tech. You know what separated 50 Cent from 50 Cent the rapper to the computer tech actor? Now I'm a computer tech. We're gonna computers. And I know computers, I'm a computer tech. It's been viral.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then Godfrey, there was a clip where he talked about it on his podcast. He had Dean Edwards, Dante Nero, or forget the brother's name, and some other people. And I mean, it keeps giving it life. So I'll take it, man.
It's very ironic that Godfrey on his show said that nothing positive has ever come from Vlad TV, and yet he's playing clips from my show on his show. It's very ironic. I just want to put that out there.
I'm waving the white flag, man. I'm not.
Well, Umar Johnson did an interview where he said that 1 week before Kobe and his daughter were murdered, he was about to release a sneaker.
Yeah.
Outside of his Nike contract.
Yeah.
That was independent, and all the other NBA players like had a piece of it. So obviously Nike killed him.
Yeah.
To prevent him from releasing that sneaker.
And who else did he claim? He mentioned some other people in that were killed. Sam Cooke by the man.
The man.
Who else did he mention? Jimi Hendrix was killed by the man. Dr. Umar Johnson reminds me of that character that Damon Wayans used to play in Living Color.
Right.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, the conspiracy
Oswald.
thing. It's a conspiracy, a
the
CON conspiracy.
And the black hypocrisy of the fellow man's chocolatization of the prison system, intellectualization. Like, listen, and I've never been big on conspiracy theories, but I'm also not naive. The United States government is responsible for doing heinous shit. Anytime you can inject black men with syphilis and leave them to die, a la the Tuskegee experiment, I don't put anything past this government. But certain things are just a little too far-fetched for me, you know? And it's like, if I would think that if you have all the secrets to the secrets, they would take you out.
Yeah.
I don't know that somebody at the Pentagon has a folder come over their desk that says Umar Johnson.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really gives a shit in terms of what Umar Johnson has to say. I think that he has figured out that if he says outrageous things, he will get a certain number of hardcore people that will go along with him and donate to Cash App, you know, to build a school, which has never been built, by the way.
Right. And this is what was brilliant about Dave Chappelle's latest special. God, I fucking feel like I'm about to lose my train of thought. But he kind of mentioned the thing about conspiracy theorists. And I'm losing my train of thought, but he said something specifically that to me feeds into this about it. But for the life of me, I can't remember exactly what it was right now. See, that might be the conspiracy.
You can't even remember
I can't remember the shit.
What'd you think of Dave's special?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal?
Now, of all his specials, my favorite one is Equanimity. Then, of course, Killing Them Softly, and then The Closer. And then the rest you can put in whatever order you want to put
I
it
thought
in.
this was a solid special. I wouldn't put it at some of his best, but I thought it was a very solid special.
But I thought it was a very solid special.
Very solid. Yeah.
And I particularly liked when he talked about the Riyadh Festival in Saudi Arabia, because, you know, and I actually wrote a joke about that over the weekend, because like him, I performed there. Yeah. Like him, I caught flack. Like him, it was mainly from the whites.
How much flack did you really catch?
All the comedians caught flack.
Yeah.
All of them.
Did anything happen to any of them? Did anybody like lose something?
No, of course not.
Exactly.
Of course not.
Lightweight
But the whole idea that, you know, you guys are going over there for blood money, you question our ethics, our integrity, and our morals. And my whole thing is this. When the fuck has American money not had blood on it? I've been doing stand-up 36 years. 90% of the money in my pocket is American money.
Did any comedians that you know of actually turn it down because of Saudi Arabia?
I think the ones that turned it down didn't get invited.
Right, no. Those people don't count.
I know, but they're not gonna admit that.
Okay.
They're not gonna admit that.
No, but did someone say, like a Jerry Seinfeld, for example, say, hey, I got offered $1 million.
I got offered, but I said no to the blood money.
But you see, he can actually do that. He's rich enough.
Oh,
he's like,
he don't.
$1 million, whatever.
Well, let's be honest. None of the comics needed to do it. We all make enough money in our own right where we don't need to do it. But if you go, hey man, I've never been to that part of the world. It's a great trip. I'm gonna sit in a $30,000 first class seat. I've never been there. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? And the bag is nice.
Yes.
Why not?
You said the biggest bag you ever got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this hypocrisy, and you know, I say it in the bit. I'm so sick of white arrogance and white hypocrisy. How dare white America talking about blood money? This country was literally built off the bloody backs of my people for 400 years of free labor. You want to talk about blood money? The fuck out of here.
Well, someone on my forum actually asked a very interesting question. Leatherface964. Sketch for sketch.
Sketch for sketch.
Who has the best sketches? We're going to go down the line. Key and Peele versus Chappelle Show.
Oh, Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show versus Living Color.
Whew. Let me say, In Living Color at that time was unprecedented. It might feel dated now compared to Chappelle Show. But god damn.
You got to give it to one.
Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show versus SNL.
Oh, ooh. That's hard because you go, what era?
Whatever. SNL.
Well, hold up though.
The whole catalog.
If you go Eddie Murphy's reign
Yes.
versus Gilda Radner, Chevy Chase's reign versus
You can
Adam
pick
Sandler.
whatever you want. You could cherry pick.
I gotta go SNL, more history.
Okay. SNL versus Mad TV. This one hits close to home. I left it for the end.
If I'm being honest, because of the history, SNL.
Okay.
But there was a point in time where SNL looked in their rear view and we was on their ass.
Okay.
Bumper to bumper.
So basically you give SNL the crown out of all the ones I did.
Yeah, 40 years.
Okay.
All them stars.
Are there any are there any sketch shows that I'm forgetting to include right now?
Nah, not really, because other than those, there were ones that came that just didn't last long enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about these one season.
Yeah. Like
although Chappelle Show was what, 3 seasons?
Yeah, but Chappelle hit like Biggie. They only had 2 albums, but goddamn.
Hold on a second. Was it 2 or 3?
It was
2 complete seasons, and then the last one was sort of like slopped together. It was just like throwaway pieces.
Wasn't really there.
It wasn't real. So really, I mean, the fact that you're putting it that high with only 2 seasons, because even Living Color was like what, 10 seasons or something like that?
No, it wasn't that long. I think it was like 6, maybe 7. But In Living Color started to lose steam once the Wayans, like, you know what I mean? I think it started to lose steam around season 4.
5 seasons.
Okay, well then, yeah. It started to lose steam around 4. Yeah. Kind of like when Chris Rock came in as a regular.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, you've worn a Yankee hat every interview.
Yep. Except, no, one time. I didn't wear a hat.
Okay. One time. So, and you've always talked about New York hip hop being on top of everything.
Yeah.
So, how would you rate the new Nas and DJ Premier album?
I just downloaded it. Like literally.
Just downloaded it.
Over the weekend.
Mr. New York Rap.
But hold up.
Just downloaded
but
the
listen,
2 titans of New York hip hop.
But I skimmed through it.
Okay.
None of the beats caught me immediately.
Me neither.
Like when I hear a Nas joint,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, nothing grabbed me immediately.
Yeah. And listen, I have been saying for years,
Nas picks the
worst beat picker of all time.
But his guy is DJ Premier, right? Premier's a beast.
Premier's a beast, but he was a beast in his era. To still be a beast in 2025, 26.
But that's if you're comparing him to other beat makers that are out now.
No, you're not comparing, because just like you, I went through the album, like New York State of Mind Part 3. I was like, oh, I can't wait to hear this. And I'm like, you could have done a little more with this one.
Yeah.
Considering, like, a lot of people consider that to be like Nas's best song ever.
Yeah.
You know, for me, New York State of Mind is my favorite Nas song ever. So it's a Nas song I've listened to more than any other song he's ever done.
Right.
Part 2 was pretty dope. You know,
Right.
Premier did that. Part 3, I don't know.
Hey, yo, listen, to all you motherfuckers that love to go, Aries is biased. If it's from New York, it's a win. If that were true, I'd be singing this album's praises. And I'm not. I like what I like.
I mean, you know what's funny is I did a poll about who dropped a better album, Nas and DJ Premier or Snoop and Dr. Dre. And it was kind of split. And I think most people actually said Snoop and Dre. That album too was disappointing.
I'm gonna, if I have to choose between those two, I'm gonna always go.
Of course you're gonna go
New York.
I get it.
Because that's, West Coast is a sound that, and I'm not saying I don't like it, but I'm more gravitated towards the East Coast sound.
Listen, I think what these albums have proven is that you can't just hop in and out of an art form and still expect to compete at a high level, right? You can't like not rap for 5-10 years and then go in and do an album and expect that album to chart, because these albums all pretty much flopped, right? And not only did they flop commercially, but musically they were just not all that interesting. These just sound like dated projects.
You know what I never understood? Is I would think that if you're an incredible artist, I mean legendary, a la a Stevie Wonder, if he was still alive, a Michael Jackson, or a, you know, Shaka Khan, that you would be able to get in the studio and put out an album that would sell just as much today as it did in your heyday. But I guess that, and I know people go, well, music evolves and, you know, people move on. But I go, okay, the people get younger. So, of course, yeah, an Aretha Franklin or a Stevie Wonder ain't gonna appeal to a teenager. But if their fans, like the people their age, are still alive, that was in Stevie's era, Aretha's era, well, wouldn't they buy the albums?
Well, if you look at it, you'd be very hard pressed to find someone in their 40s that still drop #1 albums. It's like never happened.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but the person that's in their 40s dropping an album, wouldn't their fan base, who's also 40, support them just the same today as they would back then? Why would that change?
I think a couple things happen artistically. I think that a lot of these artists get rich. They stop being hungry. They're not driven to really create these projects where they're totally obsessed with it for a year, 2, 3 years at a time, where they're in the studio every day banging it out. They know that they have a catalog that they could tour off of. So they're not in there trying to push the limit. Like Michael Jackson creating Thriller was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? It was, you know, or Bruce Springsteen, you know, creating his first few albums. Like I remember like Jimmy Iovine was an engineer, and he was just talking about how they were just there months after months. And like, because you couldn't get a snare right. They'd be there for like days. Or Dr. Dre would have someone say the same word for like 3 days until just the right take is there.
Right.
Dre's worth $500 million. Yeah, that sounds cool. Next song. You know, like, yeah, I'm cool, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I got a yacht I got to go to. So you don't have that hunger of like, yo, if I don't make the best shit ever, I got to go back to work at Walmart.
Right.
My mom is going to kick me out of the house. I can't pay for my kids' diapers. Like, I got to make this so crazy that it changes the world.
So do you think that their fan base, again, that's their age, goes, it's because the music ain't as good?
It's hard to say, man, because for example, like Taylor Swift, she just sold like what 2 million for her first week or something. Like she's getting a little bit older, but her fans are all in.
But how far age-wise are her fans from her?
Well, Taylor Swift is 36 years old.
Yeah.
So she's not 40 yet. So in the 30s.
But her fan base is what, 20-year-olds?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm a Taylor Swift fan. Like I like some of her songs. You don't like none of her songs?
I am a straight black man, think serious.
All right. I like some of her songs. There's like 2 songs on the new album that I like that, is in my rotation. I mean, I appreciate the artistry behind what she does. The songwriting. What, you're saying she's not talented? You're saying Taylor Swift is not talented? Seriously?
I got no business in the Taylor Swift lane. I'm not even trying to get a whiff of the pussy.
I actually saw you perform for the first time.
I was good, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I'm a beast, boy.
You killed it. You killed it. You and Steinberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, in what city? What was that in?
Oxnard,
California. Yeah, man. Packed it out. It was dope to see. A lot of people were, like, it was just great to kind of see like a packed out crowd and you controlling everything else like that and everyone going, going wild and having a good show. There's no hecklers. I stood in the front row.
If there are, they get dealt with.
Yeah, quick. Man. It was great to see. It was great because I'd seen you perform before
at the Laugh Factory. A gazillion years ago.
Yeah, but that was just like I didn't get to really see the whole
20
show.
minutes, maybe.
Yeah, it was like a little quick. You just jumped on stage. So this is the first time I actually saw you headline at a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking monster, man.
What's the biggest venue?
Monster, man.
What's the biggest venue that you've done completely by yourself?
Recently at the Westbury Theater, 3,000.
3,000 people
in the round.
Wow.
Yeah.
3,000 people.
Sold out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Westbury's where?
New York.
Yeah. Okay, that's upstate a little bit?
Yeah.
3,000 people. So up to this point, you've never done a crowd that big by yourself?
No.
Right. Because obviously the Riyadh Festival, I'm sure, was way more people, but that was
part
of
but that was
bigger,
totally different. Yeah,
it was part of it. It was a festival.
Yeah.
Right. People are there for the festival, not specifically just for you. So
right.
You by yourself, you sold 3,000 tickets. Putting some asses in seats, man.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Yeah. Good. Doing it in the round is a little.
What does that mean?
It's not traditional stage where you go on stage and it's just the audience facing you and you facing them.
Okay.
Round means it's in the round. It's like Coliseum. It's in the circle.
Okay.
And the only other time I did a theater like that, there's a theater in Phoenix that's in the round. And they can make it, this one didn't, but they can if they want to. The stage spins. Slowly it turns.
Right.
So the difference is when you're on a traditional stage, you don't work the room that much because you're right there. And the round, there's people behind you. So you got to kind of work the front, you got the left, turn around, the people behind you. It's a different movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
And Ice-T and Tretch came to the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ice-T called me up and he was like, yo, man, I happen to be out here. I got people out here. I saw that you here. Y'all want to pull up? And he had already bought tickets. But I told people, of course, he put him not great seats.
Yeah.
And him and Tretch came out and
nice.
It was great, man.
Nice. Do you have some sort of beef with Nate Jackson?
Not at all.
So what happened?
Here's what's weird. Like I'm doing the crowd work now, right? And I've been doing it for 2 years now. And the crowd work clips, again, helps put asses in the seat. It's the sample of cocaine without me giving you the key. You get the key when you come to the show. And let me back up a second. There was a Netflix thing called Bumpin' Mics with Dave Attell and Jeff Ross. And the two of them would both get on stage at the Cellar in New York and do crowd work. 2 comics, 2 mics, and they would just riff. And I thought that was brilliant. And everybody kept telling me, and I never met Nate Jackson, ever. But people would always go, yo, this dude, Nate Jackson, he does great crowd work, man. And some people would say in the comments, as great as Aries is, Nate's better. Or vice versa. So I said, you know what? Let me take a page out of Bumpin' Mics. So I reached out to Nate to go, hey, bro, I never met you. Just wanted to say, I saw your stuff, fan of your work. Maybe you and I could. And he shut it down and was like, he accused me of stealing crowd work. He put the patent on crowd work. As long as comedy's been around, crowd work's been around. It's been around before him, during him, it'll be around after him. But for whatever reason, because he does it, no one else can do it. So you're stealing crowd work. Now, what was funny about that, Gary Owen called me when he saw my post. And he goes, I know Nate, I'm cool with Nate. Nate one time said, Gary, you be wearing jerseys on stage. I wear jerseys. And Gary went, what? So apparently, because Nate Jackson wears sports jerseys, no other comics allowed to wear sports jerseys.
Right, because I used to wear hats back in the day. I always thought you were stealing from me when you wore your hats, you know what I mean?
Nigga, you got
put that
socks?
out there.
I've been wearing socks.
I wore socks before you. I'm
Don't
older.
tell-
I'm older than you, so therefore I was wearing socks before
I
you.
swear
So
to
take
God-
off those goddamn socks.
I swear to
You're
God,
biting ass.
if you got drawers on, you biting, nigga. So I just, and to me, listen, there was no beef. And I don't know where his mind is or his stance is now. But see, this is part of the problem with the black community. We don't band together. We don't stick together. It's powers in numbers. It would be great if two guys who are lethal at crowd work got together like the white boys do and capitalize off our art.
Look, Nate Jackson, come on over to Vlad TV. Come and do an interview. We'll fix this. I don't think it's a big deal. At the end of the day, there's always competition in any field. There's interviewers who don't like me, that beef with me, and so forth. That's just how it is. That's life.
Yeah, but to think you own the patent on crowd work, it's crazy.
I mean,
that's like with impressions.
Okay. All right. Okay. So obviously you don't own a patent of crowd work, but sometimes you can say certain phrases that another person, like for example, like TK Kirkland, right? Of course, he didn't make up the term "who raised you," but he became known as the guy who says that. And every so often, like a Cat Williams will say that or whatever. And TK
I mean,
don't
that's
give a
slightly
shit.
different, unless you verbatim for too long. Like, goddamn, nigga, you got whole bits.
Was he accusing you of a specific phrase
No,
in the crowd work? Just crowd work
just
in general?
doing crowd work. He owns the patent on crowd work.
Well, you know, so I think what I'm hearing is that if you stop doing crowd work from here on in, y'all two could be cool in the future.
Guess we ain't never gonna be cool.
Well, we're almost done. A couple more questions. One of my members, funniest YouTuber alive, said, "Why do you call me a narcissist on your podcast?"
Tell you what, why don't you tell him while I call you a narcissist?
You
Are
tell
you
me.
a narcissist? You openly admitted that one episode.
I think somewhat, yeah. I think we all are, though. To
We
a certain
all
degree.
are,
Yeah.
to a degree.
To a degree.
You can't be in this business
Yeah.
where you're dealing with high stakes, financial gain, power, prestige, and not be a little bit narcissistic.
Competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Numbers, views. Yeah, I think we're all narcissists. To a certain
Who
degree.
jumps into a mosh pit with no confidence?
Right.
You're in trouble.
I'm probably going to lose, but let me just try it anyway.
Everybody's stepping over you.
No, listen, like, I think you have to be delusional to sit there in your bedroom and say, one day, millions of people are going to know who I am, are going to watch what I do and tune in every day. When you have no followers, no fans.
Wait, you say that again? You think you have to be
delusional?
Well, no, I disagree with you. Once upon a time ago, when I first came out to Hollywood, I mean, I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when I did my first pilot, my first show on CBS, South of Sunset. They interviewed me on Entertainment Tonight. And I still have the VHS tape at my house. And I believed in myself, you know? I wouldn't have made the move at 14 to do stand-up if I didn't. But at one point I said, yo, about 2 years from now, I'm gonna be the biggest box office star in the world. Now, it's cringe now because it didn't happen.
I don't think it's cringe.
Well, if when I look at it now, I go, maybe I shouldn't have said that. You can still believe it, but maybe I shouldn't have put that on television. Because if it doesn't happen, now look how it looks. But I still think you have to have that belief.
Yeah.
Because if it did happen, well then...
Well, yeah. When I say delusional, what I mean is, percentage-wise, it's probably not going to happen because 99% of people who try this ultimately fail at it, right?
I don't buy into those numbers because
if you look at like everyone who does an open mic, think about the open mics that you've seen over all the decades you've been doing it. How often do you see a guy at an open mic and you just never hear from him again?
That's a lot. But
That's what I'm saying.
How
That's all I'm
often,
saying.
how often do you see people on The Voice who blow, or on American Idol who kill, who never go on to have careers?
There you go.
But at the same time, based on those numbers, I hear you, but also people quit.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying.
You know?
When you look at it overall, out of all the people that try, hey, look, we live in Hollywood, right? Or close to it. How many people get off the bus every day with dreams of making it in Hollywood?
And then end up sucking dick in an alley. I made it, Ma!
Listen, man, I remember this. This is what I knew I was in Hollywood. For some reason, I always remember this moment, right? I was in a club, and this dude was like, yo, what's up, man? What up? Yo, you want to grab a drink? And I'm like, I guess the dude was a fan or whatever else. This happens every so often. So I'm like, cool, let's go grab a drink. We get to the bar, and he orders a drink. His man orders a drink. And, you know, I order something. The tab comes, and he wants me to pay for it.
Mm.
And I was like, and then I realized he doesn't know who I am. He's just hustling me for drinks.
Oh.
This is a man.
Right.
In Hollywood.
Right.
And I realized that I'm like, wow, I've never, and I remember I grudgingly just paid to just go back to my, to my section. And I'm like, I've never had a man hustle me for a drink until I came to Hollywood. This is how broke motherfuckers are out here. They're hustling other straight men for drinks. I've had women hustling me for drinks. Oh, my friend would like a drink too.
Right.
Yeah. You and I have gone through this a million times. I get it, right? I'm okay with buying a woman a drink, but this is the first time in my life that I bought a man a drink who I didn't know, because motherfuckers is out here broke hustling drinks.
Listen, man, I've had, I don't call them friends, but I've had associates who once upon a time ago lived out here and was in the record game, and whether they made beats or they were an artist themselves, who eventually pack up and move back to where they came from. That is the most deflating thing in the world to me when I hear those stories. Because I don't want to say you gave up, but if your circumstances were such that and this is an expensive place to live.
Yeah.
If your circumstances were such that you just couldn't afford to be here, well, then you're not going to go, well, I'll just live out of my car versus I could just move back to Minnesota and live in a crib or whatever. So I get that. But in my mind, when I say to the wheels fall off, I mean to the motherfucking wheels fall off. Because anything else to me feels like you gave up. And you can't judge a person's circumstance. But when I moved out here, and I've been out here since 93, and I just go, to be out here for over 30 years, if I move, that means I lost. And I can't fathom leaving here and going, well, I'm just gonna go over here and get back on my feet, then I'm gonna come back and
you're not coming back.
I lost, man. I lost.
Well, I remember I moved out to LA in 2008, and I launched VladTV out here. But at the time, I was just DJ Vlad, the mixtape DJ,
Right.
and I realized I'm wasting time and money. No one knows who I am. I'm not getting in these circles. People are wasting my time.
Right.
People are making meetings with me. They're canceling last minute. People like Felly Fell.
Yeah.
People like that. Now look where we are. Me and him. It is what it is. But it's like, it's a weird situation because there's giving up, and there's also the realization that maybe you can't function on this level that you thought you could function on. And maybe you're just better at something else. There's that, right? Because I remember, look, I was making beats all through college, post-college, whatever else, right? One day I just I'm never gonna be Dr. Dre. I'm never gonna be DJ Premier. I'm never gonna be Timberland. I just don't have that in me. I make okay beats, but I'm never gonna be that. And I don't want to be struggling for the next 10 years trying to get a placement here and there. I'd rather find something that I'm really great at. And with me, DJing, I was great at, as opposed to making beats. And once I got into DJing, I started winning mixtape of the year, mashup of the year, and everything else like that. I'm like, okay, I'm pivoting into something that I'm just better at.
Yeah.
As opposed, now you could look at it as giving up, but most people give up on a lot of shit by the time they find the one thing they're great at. You're a little bit different because you kind of knew as a kid.
Yeah.
Most people, though, listen, I went to college, I got a computer science degree, I was a programmer, then I started a recruiting service, then I became a DJ, then I started doing DVDs, and eventually I found VladTV, and that's what actually stuck. But it took 10 years
But let
to
me ask
figure
you
it out.
something. And I mean, just total transparency.
Yeah.
If you could have been the next Premier or Dre, was that in your heart, or did you really go, that's not in me, this is what I'm doing, this is my passion, I'm 100% happy with this?
One day I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, no matter how hard I work, these guys are just so much better at it.
So you had an honest moment with
I
yourself.
had an honest moment. I just said, I am not that great musically compared to the people that I'm trying to compete against.
Yeah.
I'm better than all my friends. I'm better than a lot of people around me. But if I want to be at this level, which is a worldwide multi-million-dollar level, I don't have that. I didn't want to be, think about how many great musicians there are that are just playing in, gigs in Vegas or going on tour with some bigger artist and so forth. I mean, your mom was she a session musician as well?
What do you mean a session?
So she had her own albums?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But was she also singing backup for other singers and stuff? Okay.
Once upon a time ago, she performed with Lionel Hampton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But think about how many phenomenal singers there are that are just backup singers for commercially viable artists. Like, you go to Alicia Keys' show, her backup singers are dope, but none of them have careers.
Yeah.
You fast forward 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, these are people doing Uber to get by and, still doing gigs here and there. They just don't have those shows, those songs that click. Right. They don't have that fan base that follows them. But they're technically great singers.
Yeah.
Not everyone's meant, sometimes the dots have to connect.
So at the end of the day, you just were honest with yourself.
I was just honest with myself.
Well, then you need to have a conversation with Jennifer Lopez.
Because she's not honest with herself? No, she's lying to herself?
No.
I'm the greatest singer ever. Whitney's lucky she's not alive because I would out-sing her in the verses. Well, final question before I let you go. 21 Savage and Young Thug said, fuck the streets.
Mm-hmm. About time. Yeah.
What do you think about that? Because a lot of people like Boosie had a problem with it because, look, you guys got to where you were by talking about the streets and glorifying.
The same people that'll let you help you get to where you at will be the same motherfuckers to help lower your casket.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, why I don't put a lot of stock in surrounding myself with people who are still struggling while I'm not. You know what I mean? Because people who are drowning cling on to the motherfucker that's not and pull you in the water. Try to help where you can. Try to do what you can when you can. But, you're an adult, man. You're an adult. Adult. You know what I mean? Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you should never forget where you come from. Always be humble. And if you can, whoever are your immediate friends and family that make up your circle, if you choose to do for them, you do for them. But that's a slippery slope, man, because once it starts, it doesn't stop. I remember I saw on Kevin Hart's thing where he interviews people in his house, his wine cellar.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay-Z said something to the extent of, if a family member asks me for 50 grand because they have an idea they want to get off the ground, he tells them no.
Yeah.
And people in the comments were like, yo, that's crazy. When you're a billionaire, what's the issue? You ain't gonna miss 50 grand. It ain't the money, it's the principle.
Yeah.
And that's a very slippery slope to start getting into. So now I understand it. I understand it.
Look, I had a whole argument with Michael Vick.
Michael who?
Michael Vick.
Vic.
Yeah, the quarterback. And this still pops up in my timeline. People still DM it to me. I think that, they think they're trying to diss me by saying this.
We all, was a tight-knit group. And so we just tried to, be just like any other group of friends, close-knit, stick together.
I mean, is this sort of a Newport News thing? Because Allen Iverson kind of had the same thing going on. He would always have a big crew from back home with him.
Man. You got a crew.
Yeah, but I don't financially support him though.
Back you 20 years old, it might have been different. You had a couple $1 million. You might look at it different. You know what I'm saying? You and your boys, y'all had it lit. It's like walking in that back room and you broke and you find $20 million and you found it. They was outside. You ain't gonna give them nothing. You're not gonna give him a dime. He got a kids and he trying to get an apartment. You're not gonna help him when you got a pocket full of money.
It's a tough situation.
No, it's not a tough situation. I don't think it's a tough situation.
I've dealt with it. I've dealt with friends and it's always.
I don't think it's tough.
It's always, they're your best friends until the one time you tell them no. I talked about all the problems that he had that were based on him trying to bring all these bum-ass friends from his hometown with him.
Right.
Like the dog fighting, all that was happening at one of his homes with his bum-ass friends.
Right.
His friends get pulled over in cars that he owned, and they'd find drugs and guns in the car and everything else like that.
Yeah.
So I said, listen, when you look back on your situation, because remember, he went bankrupt when he went to prison, lost everything.
Yeah.
He was luckily talented enough and young enough to come back and get his career back on track.
But it was never the same.
He did pretty well.
It was.
It wasn't quite what it was, but he still had a good career for the next few years.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, do you regret, having your friends around and pulling them along? He's like, no, not at all. Like, if you found $5 million in this room, like you wouldn't share that with your friends? And I'm like, that's not the same thing.
And the answer to that is no. Fucking no.
You're not sharing shit.
Nah.
But I was also like, well, it's not the same thing because your friends were not on that field with you. Yes, they were there for moral support and all that, but you're the one that's actually doing all the work. And I remember because I was comparing him to Iverson, who was the same thing. I remember being out in Miami. Iverson had like 20 people with him.
Yeah.
He's paying for everybody.
Yeah.
They move around. They're all traveling on his dime like they're his kids.
Yeah.
And I remember like constantly people send me stuff. See, Vlad, he's not like us. He not like us. Yeah, see, he's white. You don't understand what it's like to, to not turn your back on your friends. And I'm like, these people put this guy in prison and made him lose everything. And then one of them cooperated against him. I think one of his cousins.
Well,
and then another one of his friends shot that dude, tried to show up at his birthday party. Like the whole thing is fucked up. Get some new friends. How's that? How's that? Listen, man,
I don't know that you even need to get new friends. You just have to have boundaries. You have to have limits, And if that's not acceptable to your friends, now we have to revisit the conversation.
Look, one of the coolest things about my job is that I've developed real friendships with people that I've interviewed, that I've admired, that I'm actually close to, like Michael Jai White, real friend of mine, Willie D, real friend of mine, Johnny Gill, real friend of mine. It's so dope to actually get new friends who are at a similar level of where you are currently in life. That's my thing. Is that not you? So you don't have any new friends?
But I think sometimes people, and I don't want to judge too harshly on you, but I might even say you, y'all throw that word friend around too loosely.
Okay.
What really is a friend? You know what I mean? Like a friend is going to be somebody, and I jokingly say this, but I'm serious, but I'm joking. Help you bury the body. That's a friend. Nigga, I ain't going to tell nobody. I will help you bury this motherfucker. A friend, and it's like, yeah, it's easy to rub shoulders with people who got what you got, and when times are good, they call you their friend and vice versa. Real friendship is tested through hard times. Dark times.
Okay, some of those people that I mentioned when I was going through my whole like Farrakhan cancel Vlad.
That's not
time.
a dark time, man.
It was a dark time for me.
How was that a dark time?
It was a dark time for me. Like,
because what, you got Godfrey mad at you? Lord Jamar? What made that a hard time? Did anybody die?
Nobody died.
Okay, so stop it. Did you come close to murdering a bitch and needed a place to hide out for a day or two?
I hope I never get to that point.
Okay, so
I hope I never get to
so the
that
boundaries of friendship have never been tested for you. Not for real.
All I'm saying is there was people during that time that, you know, while other people who I thought were my friends were turning their back against me and publicly bashing me, these are people who actually stood by my side. And it was cool to actually experience that. You know, people like John Sally and so forth. I can go on. And look, are they going to help me bury the body? No. I don't know anyone who's going to help me bury a body at this point.
That's unfortunate for you.
Yeah.
I got 2 people in my life that would.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They'll go to prison for you.
We ain't talking about prison. We ain't talking about just burying the body. You brought up prison.
Well, what happens when they find the body?
Well,
and it gets put on one of them? Are they going to say, yeah, that was me, Aries ain't got nothing to do with it?
This part, I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's what it is. Aries Spears. Till next time.
Yeah.
Peace.
Which camera is mine between these 3?
All of them.
All of them. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. And you know, this is why I'm grateful you allow me to do this, because there are people that hit me up in Instagram and go, yo, I saw you on Vlad. Give me the link. So Spears and Steinberg is the podcast. Slide into my DMs on Instagram. I will send you the links. Spearsberg Pod on YouTube. Hit like and subscribe. Always start from the beginning. Go in order. It matters comedically.
Boom.